Nwajiuba. We're now being joined by Dr. Fresh Onuoha, who is the Director of Strategy of Project Nigeria, the group that reportedly paid for Mr. Nwajiuba's form. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start this way. Mr. Nwajiuba tried to be governor of Imo State, Southeast Nigeria, 3 times. In 2003, in 2007, and again in 2011. He failed in all attempts on 2 different platforms, first the APP and then the CPC. Why is he choosing to be the president now? That's a much bigger platform. Where's this inspiration coming from, the optimism?
He didn't fail any of these elections.
Well, he was never governor.
He was nominated for as a candidate for APP in 2003. And overwhelmingly, the people wanted to vote for him. But when he went, to campaign, they took away that mandate from him by people who felt they were stronger. They were, they have what it takes, And then calmly, he took it. As a young man, he understands. He has never failed any election since he was born. You understand? He
never became governor on those 3 occasions.
Yes. The system never allowed him to come up because people who felt they were stronger never allowed him the opportunity. Otherwise, he's a very popular person in Imo State.
So how popular is he that he'll be running for president of Nigeria? And by the way, is he the one President Buhari was referring to when he said, he'll just keep his preferred candidate close to his chest and would not mention it? Why exactly is Emeka Nwajiuba running? What is he bringing to the table?
Yeah, Emeka Nwajiuba running for presidency of this country is a good thing to this nation. Let me start by saying he's a very young person and healthy, because we need a young person. The youth need to take back this country, because we need somebody who could cross this country, find out what is wrong with this country, and be able to help us and provide remedy to it. You understand? Some time ago, he went to the north and then entered one secondary school. I saw him, going under the bed to inspect how hygienic the bed was. So I was so impressed. We need somebody like that, very strong and virile. Now, he's also a very intelligent person. When you encounter him the first time, what readily comes to your mind is that this man is very intelligent. He would discuss about the nook and crannies of this country with a very first-class knowledge. You even wonder whether he comes from there. And let me even shock you that Nwajiuba speaks fluently English, Igbo. He speaks fluently Hausa, he speaks fluently Yoruba, and he is a representation of the tripod that Nigeria is. And let me also tell you, this country is tired of people, old people coming to rule us. Buhari did very well. He has led the foundation. We thank him. Even at that age, he was able to do that. But he needs somebody that will carry on from where he stopped. He led the foundation. I know people wouldn't appreciate him for laying the foundation, because when the foundation is being laid, nobody feels the impact.
So is he the one President Buhari is referring to?
I think President Buhari, if he's the one, I think he's right, because he has worked with him for 20 years and he has found him as a man of integrity. Everybody knows that this man has not been associated with corruption. He has worked with organizations like Tet Fund, that is, is a big organization, and nobody for once pointed finger at him. So, President Buhari is in love with integrity, and this is a man that personified integrity. And so I wouldn't be surprised if it's that secret Buhari has been keeping for a long time.
Well, an APC youth group yesterday said it's a sin for an old man to hand over to another old man. So perhaps they're making your point for you.
Yes.
But let's talk about this further. You refuse to tell us if he's the anointed candidate of the president. We cannot talk about Mr. Nwajiuba without talking about the industrial action in the education sector under his watch. Is this a reason why he's running? Is the industrial action under his watch inspiring him to become the president? Does he feel a sense of responsibility that schools are closed at this time and he's declaring to become president?
Yeah, let me just tell you here that the problem of industrial strike is based on an agreement that was signed in 2009, and they were not in governance then. They came into government, inherited this.
Government is continuum.
Yes, they continuum. So they inherited it, and they have been solving it. The truth of the matter is that the point of disagreement is based on the payment system, the IPs, and the one another platform which the university has generated for them. And the government is saying, let us use this platform we have established, you know, for the generality of Nigerians. Don't go and create another one. That is one form of disagreement. But I can tell you, beside that industrial action that is taking place, a lot is going on in the educational sector. Take, for instance, the out-of-school children. He has crossed this country, speaking to parents, going to, you know, villages, even where insecurity is high, and, you know, telling them to bring back the children. And now, I think United Nations said recently that Nigeria has improved in bringing back children back to school more than any other time, you know, in our history. So it is a plus. People seem to talk only the industrial strike. They don't talk about the improvement in our educational system. The children are coming back. We have more children in school now than ever, you understand, irrespective of the COVID setback. So they are moving forward and achieving results.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, I mean, ASU, in responding to the approval of the 4 trillion naira approved for oil subsidy, they are saying, look, just give us 200 billion naira of that money and we'll be back in the classrooms. We know that Emeka Nwajiuba is begging teachers. Of course, he did that during his declaration to go back to the classroom, but it will take more than just begging them. Finally, to what extent has Emeka Nwajiuba diagnosed the Nigerian existential problem as far as the issue of security is concerned? How really does he plan to fix that? Because you seem to have so much confidence in him that you would raise 100 million naira. I would even like to take you up on that. Exactly how did you come about that huge amount of 100 million naira?
Yes, you know, the Nigerian youth have been very worried, you know, about our situation, you know, high unemployment. We know that gross domestic product has been low. We know that industrial capacity utilization has been poor, you understand. Even though the president has set out a very good foundation for that, but we need somebody who can take advantage of our, you know, natural resources and human resources to build on, you know, that platform. And then so the youths are looking for, we engaged him on a town hall meeting. We tried to debrief him and find out what he has for us. And he was so convincing about the fact that he can, you know, take us out of these problems, you understand. When we appealed to people, we thought it was a joke. But I can tell you, only through me, as of vouchers rising up to more than 1,000 vouchers in less than 2 weeks.
Did he tell you how
including
security?
And we told
Did
them,
he tell you how he'll fix security problems? Did he tell you that?
The security problem. He said it.
Very quickly.
He said, look, security problem in Nigeria is a very small thing to him. When he increased industrial capacity utilization, employment, you know, goes up. When employment goes up, youth are taking up the street. And when youth are taking up the street, you see crime naturally will drop. It's a technical thing.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much. Dr. Fresh Onuoha is Director of Strategy Project Nigeria Group in support of Emeka Nwajiuba. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Do stay with us. There's more to come on News 9.